Imagine you walk into an airport in 2026 and the last time you flew was a decade ago. You reach for a paper ticket that no longer exists. You hand over an ID that might not work anymore. You try to check a bag and get hit with a fee you never saw coming. You board in a group you did not know you were in, onto a plane with no screen, no meal, and a seat that shrank while you were gone. The airport you remember is gone. Almost everything about flying changed in the last 10 years, quietly, one fee and one app at a time. So before you fly again, let me walk you through exactly what changed and how to survive it. So you are the calm one in line, instead of the one holding everything up.
Let's start with the single biggest shock, the one that can stop you at the door before you even reach security.
Number 1. Your ID might not be good enough anymore. This is the change that catches the most people, so listen closely. As of 2025, to board a domestic flight in the United States, your regular driver's license is no longer guaranteed to work. You now need what is called a real ID, a license with a star in the top corner, or you need to bring a passport instead. If your license does not have that little star, the agent at security can turn you away, and there is no arguing your way past it. So the very first thing to do, weeks before your trip, is look at your license. If there is no star, either get a real ID at your local licensing office, which takes time and documents, or simply travel with your passport, which always works. Do not find this out at the airport. Find it out at your kitchen table, right now. Number 2. Everything moved to your phone. 10 years ago, you might have printed a boarding pass at home or gotten paper at the counter. Today, the Airlines app is basically mandatory, and it runs your entire trip. You check in through the app 24 hours before your flight. Your boarding pass lives on your phone screen, a barcode you scan at security and at the gate. The app tells you your gate, your boarding time, your delays, and your baggage carousel. If your flight changes, the app is how you find out, and how you rebook. So before you go, download your Airlines app, create an account, and check in the moment that 24-hour window opens, because seats and upgrades go fast. And charge your phone, because in 2026, a dead phone at the airport means a dead boarding pass. Bring a charger. Treat your phone like your ticket, your ID backup, and your travel agent all in one, because that is exactly what it has become. Number 3, and this one will save you real money. The cheapest ticket is a trap. A decade ago, a ticket was a ticket. Today, airlines split the cheap fare into something called basic economy, and it is designed to look like a deal while quietly taking things away. That rock-bottom price you see often does not include a carry-on bag in the overhead bin. It does not include choosing your seat, so you get assigned whatever is left, often a middle seat in the back, and families get split up. It usually cannot be changed or refunded at all. The airlines call this unbundling. They strip the ticket down to the bone and then sell you back each piece: the bag, the seat, the flexibility. One fee at a time. So when you book, do not just chase the lowest number. Read what that fare actually includes. Very often, the slightly higher main fare, with a seat and a bag included, is cheaper than the basic fare once you add everything back on. The lowest price on the screen is rarely the lowest price you will actually pay. Number 4. Bags cost money now, and your carry-on is being watched. Checking a bag used to be free. Today, on most airlines, your first checked bag costs money, and the fees have climbed year after year. On basic economy, even your carry-on for the overhead bin can cost extra, and they enforce it. You will see metal sizer frames at the gate, and if your bag does not fit, they will make you check it, sometimes for a higher fee than if you had paid in advance. So know your airline's bag rules before you pack. Pay for bags online ahead of time, where it is cheaper than at the airport, and measure your carry-on against the size limits. The personal item, the smaller bag that goes under the seat in front of you, is usually still free, so a returning flyer who packs light into a single underseat bag can sometimes skip bag fees entirely. Pack smart, and you keep that money. Number 5. Security looks different, and in some ways, it is better. The basics you remember are still there. You still take off your shoes in many lines, and the 3-1-1 liquids rule, small liquids in a quart bag, still officially applies. But two big things changed. First, many airports now have new three-dimensional scanners, the big rounded machines. And where you see those, you can often leave your liquids and your laptop right inside your bag. Watch what the agents tell you, because it varies by airport. Second, you will now see cameras that scan your face. Airlines and security are rolling out facial recognition to verify your identity at the checkpoint, and even at the gate, instead of scanning your boarding pass. It is usually faster, but if it makes you uncomfortable, you are allowed to opt out and ask for a manual ID check instead. And if you fly even a couple of times a year, look into TSA PreCheck. You pay a fee, you get a quick background check, and then you breeze through a shorter line with your shoes and belt on. For a nervous returning flyer, PreCheck alone can turn the worst part of the airport into the easiest. If this is already making your next trip feel less intimidating, take 1 second and subscribe, because the next few changes are the ones that happen once you reach the gate, and they trip up almost everyone coming back. Number 6. Boarding is now a class system, and you need to know your place in it. Gone are the simple days of rows being called front to back. Today, you board in groups, numbered or named zones, and your group is printed right on your phone's boarding pass. The order is not random. The people who paid more, the first-class flyers, the loyalty members, and anyone who bought priority boarding go first. Basic economy often boards dead last, which means by the time you step on, the overhead bins near your seat may already be full, and your carry-on gets taken and checked at the door. So check your boarding group the moment you get your pass. If overhead space matters to you, that is one more reason basic economy can cost you. And when your group is called, be ready, because the bin space is a quiet competition now, and the early groups win it. Number 7. The plane itself is bring your own. This is the change that surprises returning flyers the most once they sit down. On most domestic flights, the free hot meal is gone, replaced by a cart where you buy a snack box with a card. The pillows and blankets are often gone or cost money. And here is the big one. Many planes no longer have a screen in the seat back in front of you. Instead, the airline expects you to watch movies on your own phone or tablet, streamed over the plane's Wi-Fi to your device. So your survival kit for the flight itself is simple. Bring your phone or a tablet loaded with downloaded shows. Bring your own headphones. And absolutely bring a charging cable and a battery pack, because not every seat has a working power outlet. The plane gives you a lot less than it used to, so you bring the comfort with you. Number 8. The seats shrank, and choosing one costs extra. This is not your imagination. Over the last decade, airlines added more rows by making seats narrower and cutting legroom. And on top of that, picking your seat in advance is now usually a paid add-on unless your fare includes it. The extra legroom rows near the front and the exits cost the most. If you do not pay, you get assigned a seat at check-in, whatever is left. So if sitting with your travel companion matters, or if you need an aisle for any reason, it is often worth paying to lock in your seat ahead of time, especially on a basic fare where you otherwise have no say at all. Now, after all those fees and shrinking seats, here is some genuinely good news, because not everything changed against you. Number 9. Two big rules finally swung in your favor. First, change fees are largely dead. A decade ago, changing your flight could cost a brutal fee, sometimes hundreds of dollars. Today, on the main fares of most major airlines, those change fees are gone. You can change your flight and just pay the difference in price. The exception, once again, is basic economy, which usually still cannot be changed at all. Second, and this is a powerful one, the Department of Transportation now requires airlines to give you an automatic cash refund when they cancel your flight or change it significantly and you choose not to fly. Not a voucher you have to fight for, your actual money back, automatically. So if the airline cancels on you or delays you for hours, you are owed a real refund, and you should not let them push a credit on you instead. Know that right, because it is one of the few that landed firmly on your side. So let's turn all of this into a simple survival checklist you can run before your next trip. Weeks ahead, check your ID for that real ID star or plan to bring your passport. When you book, read what the fare includes and do not get trapped by basic economy. Pay for any bags and your seat online where it is cheaper. The day before, download the airline app and check in at the 24-hour mark. Pack your carry-on to fit the sizer and build a flight kit with your phone, downloaded shows, headphones, a charger, and a battery pack. Get to the airport early because everything takes a little longer than you remember. And know your rights on refunds before you ever step in line. That is it. The airport you remember really is gone, replaced by apps and fees and face scanners and a boarding order that feels like a puzzle. But none of it is hard once you know it is coming. The travelers who struggle are the ones who walk in expecting 2016. The travelers who breeze through are the ones who know it is 2026 and came prepared. Now you are one of them. Subscribe, because next I am breaking down the exact tricks frequent flyers use to skip the lines, dodge the fees, and get bumped to better seats for free. Welcome back to the skies. You are ready for them.